top sirloins, right? I said top sirloins, and we're going to talk about the difference, right? So this is Kansas City Steak Company, item number M82432. This is 8 ounce, okay? This is a nice big steak. This is 8 ounces. And what you know about a top sirloin, there's no fat. These are super trim. So when I say 8 ounce, you are getting 8 ounces of top sirloin meat. No gristle, no fat, super trimmed, right? So this is great. This is an expiring price. That means that at the end of the day, the price goes up. So you have to act now, right? You got to grab it. This is on a feature price of $120.50. Now, again, we have the easy pay to make this a little bit easier, right? Because there's also some items in the show that you may want to grab. We got $24.10. That's it, of 5 easy payments. And this is free shipping and handling. And again, this is 8 ounce top sirloin. So what is a top sirloin steak? Well, there's the sirloin, which you probably had growing up. It's a lesser cut, it's inexpensive. And then you have the top sirloin, which sits on top of the sirloin. It's got more of a robust flavor. It basically eats a little bit like a New York strip steak, but has the tenderness, because it's the second most tender cut, than a filet mignon. So again, you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. Now, let's check one of these 8 ounces out. Now, you got to see this, right? Now, again, no fat, no gristle. Let's see what we got in here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, look at that. Now that, let me just move it. Nope, this way. There we go. Okay. Now I did these medium rare. Okay, and as they sit, because you want to let your meat sit, these will probably come up in temperature about 5 to 10 degrees, and then these will be more on the medium side. But look at all those juices, right? You don't get that in a normal sirloin steak. This is top sirloin. This is corn fed. There's a lot of marbling going on in here. And what you're seeing when I press this just gently is the juices, right? That's that marbling. And marbling equals flavor. And that comes from corn feeding. Marbling equals flavor. So the more marbling, the more flavor. And again, I call this the everyday affordable steak. Because again, at 8 ounces, you certainly could share this, okay? Very easily shared. Because again, a lot of times people want a 4-ounce steak. And then, you know, they're thick enough, which you saw there, which I like, because when you're cooking a steak, especially any type of steak, right? The thicker the steak, the more the integrity of the inside of the steak, right? If you have a thinner steak, it tends to dry out faster. And if you're not like a master, meat person who knows how to cook meat exactly, it's going to be tough to nail that temperature. So when a steak is thicker like these, it makes it easier to kind of get that medium or medium rare. All right. So again, let's talk about a little business here. M82432 is the item number. These are 8. Okay. This is great. I mean, put these in your freezer. 8 ounces of top sirloin steak. And you get the seasoning, which is great. I have this over here. And this seasoning, by the way, oh my goodness, you can use this on anything, but it really helps. Yeah, let's do this. Let me show you something. Because this is what I like to do with my steak. I kind of like to make it snow. I call making it snow a little bit. And let's include this steak right here, because he is dying. Now, this I feel is medium rare. Now, how do I know that, right? How do I know that this is medium rare without even like looking inside it? Because you never want to poke your meat when you're cooking it. What I like to do is, if you just press gently down, see how it gives like that? So without me even cutting into this beautiful top sirloin steak, all I do is press it and it gives. And that's how I know it's more on the rare side than on the medium well side. So if I press on it and it doesn't give, that means it's more medium. So again, when you're cooking your steaks, don't be poking the steaks, moving around. You don't want to disturb this what's going on here, right? Because look at that. That's nice. And again, medium rare, medium, however you like it, this steak will stand up, even if it's medium well, right? Because that marbling we were talking about, it's so rich, it's so buttery, it's so juicy that even at medium well, it's gonna taste really, really good. Because this is corn-fed meat. We are the heart of Kansas City stockyards. We only get the best meat. We dictate the diet. And by the way, you can't get this at a grocery store because we like to control the process. We don't trust anybody. So it's either .com or at QVC. And QVC, by the way, always gets the best price. So let's talk about that price. Now, this is expires at the end of the day. So if you're kind of on the fence, I would jump on this because this is a great deal for 8-ounce top sirloin. This is not sirloin. Top sirloin sits on top of the sirloin. This eats like a filet mignon. It's got a New York strip kind of style to it in the taste department. So what do I like to do with my steak? So let's have fun here for a second, right? So I got a nice plate. Okay. I have one of those beautiful, now again, look at this. See how thick that is? Move that, nope, move it that way, right? So look at the thickness, right? Now what I like to do is I sauteed a little mushrooms. Now I just go kind of the mushrooms like this. And by the way, mushrooms make their own sauce. All I did was put a little bit of butter and olive oil in here. Now look at that, okay? Now what I like to do is, this is your best friend. If you're a steak person or you don't know this already, olive oil, okay? Here's what I do. I put a nice olive oil on it because now it's gonna make its own sauce between the mushrooms and the steak. That is absolutely gorgeous. That's what you wanna see. That's a top sirloin steak, 120, 50, you get it home. Price goes away at the end of the day. This is on 5 easy payments, which I absolutely love because you can spread these out, right? And get some other stuff, right? It's a little bit easier. And then put them in your freezer. They defrost in cold water, 30 or 40 minutes. And again, you get 8 of these, right? They come frozen. You're gonna defrost these ideally overnight in the refrigerator or in cold water, 30 or 40 minutes. This is a top sirloin steak. This is corn-fed meat. This is the kind of steak you get, by the way, at a fancy steakhouse. That's our biggest customer. Other than the QVC foodies, it's restaurants, high-end restaurants, because those chefs, they trust us. They come to us and they give us their specs, right? Because again, every chef has its specs. We cut them to order. We clean them, meaning we take all the fat off of these. So what you see is what you get. We talk about 8 ounces. There's no fat. There's no gristle. Again, let's look at one of these. Where my fork go? Oh, there we go. So with the mushrooms. Let's take another look at one of these steaks. These turned out right. So here's, but by the way, look at these. These are still glistening. I cut them like, I guess, 6 minutes ago. Now, what I did these, I seared them, okay? And then I put them in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. Now, this one is probably on the rare side. Again, if you don't like rare, I get it, okay? But I just want to show you no fat, no gristle, the thickness. And again, if you like that, great. If not, maybe come over here and have one of these. This has been resting. And again, resting. By the way, I literally cut this, I think it was 8 minutes ago. And look at that, it's still juicy. I'm just like gently kind of pressing this just to show you. But look at that, 8 minutes, it's been sitting there. And look how juicy that is. That is a nice steak. And again, that's a steakhouse steak. Why is it? Because it's aged 28 days, right? So what does that mean? So when you age a steak, okay, it sits in its own juices. And the enzymes of those juices break down that meat, right? Break it down, meaning it makes it more tender. But then you get more flavor. So when you go to that white tablecloth restaurant and you have a piece of steak, you go, oh man, I wish I could have this at my house. Well, you can't, because that's what is being served at the steakhouse. It's aged beef. If you're a steak eater, you want aged beef. Okay, one more time. Kansas City Steak Company, been on QVC over 23 years. 8-ounce sirloin steaks, top sirloin steak. Doesn't say it there, but these are top sirloin steaks. Only 250 to go around. I love it, that's great. People are, you get it, right? It's a great steak. And again, the end of the day, the price goes up. So grab it in this show. You will absolutely love it. And again, this is on Easy Pay. So make it easy for yourself. And I got Mary Louise coming up. I wonder what Mary Louise, I knew it. Something sweet, because she's sweet. Love, love, love.
Thanks for having me in your show today, Ralph.
Oh, no problem.
The Ralph show today. Hi, everybody. A little something sweet